Well, hello there. This is Chattanooga Taz, and I wanted to make some general observations about collegiate football and the upcoming football season. A lot of times people ask me, who is my favorite team to watch? And with that in mind, I would have to say probably the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, because they are the one team that still runs what a lot of high school teams have abandoned, and that is the wing tee. Now, make no mistake about it, what Georgia Tech is currently running is the wing tee and not the wishbone. And the reason it is so is because of the use of a tight end and the counterclockwise motion of the wing back. In the wing tee, you have two wing backs and a fullback. So your primary back is your fullback, and then you have two wing backs. One blocks to the side that they run to, and there's a lot of motion. One area that I think they could improve on is the use of counter inside handoffs into the line. Maybe the use of a tight end, taking the guy out of a slot and putting him in right in front of one of the wing backs. Instead of having a five-man line, you'd have a six-man line by adding a tight end. Another thing would be to do counter handoffs like the crisscross handoff where one fakes and all that, instead of the lead draw where he fakes to the fullback and then the quarterback follows. There's a lot of that, but I think they would get away from that. Do it every once in a while, but mix it up more and hand off. If they would hand off more, like bring the running back or the wing back or like a really fast wide receiver in motion and hand off and run around the line, they would at the end do like an end around. And then do like a toss sweep to the other side and things like that. I think their misdirection would work a lot better. And do that, incorporate that with what they already do. Another area of concern is their secondary on defense. Last year they did a lot of, they had a good pass rush and actually had a guy go pro on the defensive end. But they had a really good linebacker, but their secondary was, so maybe I've heard good things about that. So I'm really excited to see what they do. I know Alabama's going to be strong again this year. The shaking up of the Big 12, Nebraska going to the Big 10, and the Pac-10 getting a couple of teams and stuff like that. So an interesting year, that's for sure. But just for all-around fun, I would have to say that my favorite team to watch, it's not the team I follow, but as far as just exciting football, if they would incorporate those few things, would be to watch Georgia Tech. I hope they improve their defense. Their special teams is always good, and I hope we've cleared up a few things about that they ran the if you want to call it the spread or the wing tee, but it's not the wishbone. Go back and look at some of wishbone like Nebraska and Oklahoma tapes from the 60s and 70s where you had two fullbacks and a true running back or a halfback, and that's the wishbone, where they lined up directly behind the running back and they had two tight ends and 6 and 7 guys on the line blocking. So that's the wishbone. This is the wing tee. Hope that clarifies.